Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll walk through a Salesforce screen flow that handles the return of a rented vehicle, including fines for delay or damage, payment calculation, and updating car availability. I've already created this flow, so before running the flow, you can see that booking status of car name Thar is booked. So in this video, we'll walk through it together and I'll explain everything step by step. First, we begin by allowing the user to select all related booking records. Click on plus icon, select screen. Label it as Select Booking. Select Lookup from Components. Label it as Select Booking. Field API name it as Booking. Object API name it as Rental Agreement. Select Lookup from Components. Label it as Select Car. Field API name it as Car. Object API name it as Car Booking. Select Lookup from Components. Label it as Select Car Payment. Field API name it as Car Payment. Object API name it as Return. Next, we fetch the related car using the selected records. Label it as Get Related Car. Object as Car. Filter Car Records. Record ID equals to select booking.selectcar.record ID. Next, we fetch the related car booking using the selected records. Label it as Get Related Car Booking. Object as Car Booking. Filter Car Booking Records. Record ID equals to select booking.selectBooking.record ID. Next, we fetch the related car payment using the selected records. Label it as Get Related Car Payment. Object as Car Payment. Filter Car Payment Records. Record ID equals to select booking.selectCarPayment.record ID. Now the user enters return details including date, condition, and status of the car. Click on plus icon, select screen. Label it as Return Information. Select Display Text from Components. API name as Return Car Name. Message, Car Name, Get Related Car.Name, Amount Paid, Get Related Car. Payment.Advance Amount, Left Amount to Paid, Get Related Car Payment.Final Amount. Select Date from Components. Label it as Return Date. Select Pickup List from Components. Label it as Return Status. Scroll down to Choice section, click on Input box to select API name as Return Status. Object as Vehicle Return. Data type as Picklist. Field as Status. Click on Done. Select Pickup List from Components. Label it as Return Condition. Scroll down to Choice section, click on Input box to select API name as Return Condition. Object as Vehicle Return. Data type as Picklist. Field as Condition on Return. Click on Done. Select Long Text Area from Components. Label it as Return Notes. If the return status is delayed, we apply a fine. Additional fines are also applied based on the return condition. Label it as Check Delayed Return. Outcome Order is delayed. Return information.return status equals to delayed. Not delayed. On is delayed. Click on plus icon, select Assignment. Label as Add Delay Fine. Create variable first. API name as Fine Amount. Data type as Number. Decimal places as 2. Fine amount add 1000. Click on plus icon, select Decision. Label it as Check Return Condition. Outcome Order. Minor damage. Return information.return condition equals to check return condition.minor. Damage. Major damage. Return information dot return condition equals to check return condition dot measure. Damage? No damage. On minor damage. Click on plus icon, select assignment. Label it as add minor damage fine. Fine amount add 500. On major damage. Click on plus icon, select assignment. Label it as add major damage fine. Fine amount add 2000. We now calculate the total amount to pay after adding any applicable fines. Click on plus icon, select screen. Label it as fine amount data 1. Select display text from components. API name it as amount info. Create a formula variable. API name as total amount topi. Data type as currency. Decimal places as 2. Formula as fine amount plus get related car payment dot final amount. Message fine amount, final amount to pay, total amount topi. Select currency from components. Label it as amount left to pay. Click on plus icon, select screen. Label it as final amount data. Select display text from components. API name as left amount data. Create a formula variable. API name as left amount currency. Data type as currency. Decimal places as 2. Formula as total amount topi, amount left topi. Message left amount to pay, left amount currency. Select currency from components. Label it as left amount. Once the final amount is calculated, we create a vehicle return record. Click on plus icon, select create records. Label it as create vehicle return. How to set record field values as manually. Object as vehicle return. Set field values for the vehicle return. Amount paid as final amount data 1. Amount left to pay. Booking as select booking.record ID. Car as car from get related car.record ID. Condition on return as return information.return condition. Fine amount as fine amount. Left amount to pay as left amount currency. Notes as return information.return notes. Return date as return information.return date. Return status as return information.return status. We now update the related booking to mark it as returned. Click on plus icon, select update records. Label it as update booking status. How to find records to update and set their values as specify conditions to. Identify records and set fields individually. Object as car booking. Filter car booking records. Record ID equals to select booking.record ID. Set field values for the car booking records. Status as returned. We also update the car's availability so it's ready for future bookings. Click on plus icon, select update records. Label it as update car availability. How to find records to update and set their values as specify conditions to. Identify records and set fields individually. Object as car. Filter cat records. Record ID equals to car from get related car.record ID. Set field values for the car records. Availability as available. Finally, we show a confirmation message with all. Click on plus icon, select screen. Label it as return confirmation. Select display text from components. API name it as return confirmation. Message. Vehicle returned successfully. Booking ID. Return date Condition return condition. Status return status. Find Fine Amount. After running the return vehicle flow, now you can see that booking status of car named Thar is returned. This can now return rented cars with condition and fine details, and the system will automatically update the car's status for future bookings. Thanks for watching.